Hello guys, welcome back. So now here in withholding tax, we'll see another scenario. Okay. So very simple scenario is there, guys. So this is called TDS calculation. I mean to say tax calculation on accumulation basis. Okay. So what is called this accumulation basis, guys? Accumulation basis means like everywhere, whichever countries are there, everywhere. Like there'll be amount limit will be there. Right? If you talk about the tax supposed to be deducted, right? TDS supposed to be deducted. So it's not like that on every invoices it is going to be deducted. There is a limit that okay, TDS is going to be deducted only if the invoice amount is more than 1 lakh rupees, right? It could be any amount, guys. 1 lakh, 50,000, 2 lakh, could be anything. Just I have taken an example. So now, if that is the case, then what will happen? Every time vendors will be sending the invoices which is less than 1 lakh rupees, they won't be able, then in that case they're not eligible for TDS, right? They won't be paying taxes, right? So the people who is making such kind of policies, rules and regulations, right? Of course they'll be also having this kind of idea and all, right? So what they're saying that no, this 1 lakh rupees, whatever this amount is, this is called a threshold limit. Threshold limit means amount limit is decided 1 lakh. So it is going to be counted on accumulation basis. Accumulation basis means pretty simple. Let's suppose first invoice worth of 20,000. And here tax, I mean to say TDS, so 0, right? Next invoice is like again 45,000, 0 tax, right? Again 30,000, 0 tax. Now let's suppose 25,000. So here the TDS is going to be calculated, right? Let's suppose if the tax percentage is 10%, then how much it is overall, guys? 1,20,000. So now on the overall amount, since it is exceeded 1 lakh rupees, so on overall 10%, it means 12,000 TDS is going to be calculated. This is here, even in India also it is there. Okay, if anybody is from finance and account, if anybody is having exposure in core accounting and all, you guys will be having this scenario. So this is called, okay, TDS calculations, I mean to say tax calculations on accumulation basis. Here it means in background this amount accumulation. Accumulation means what, guys? Addition. Amounts are getting added one by one, right? So this accumulation is happening in background itself, and the moment it is going to cross the specified limit, then what will happen, guys? System is going to calculate this, right? This is what. Now this accumulation again, this accumulations will be having, okay. So this is for, let's suppose, for a financial year, right? So it's not only for financial year, guys. Even it could be for quarter wise also or month wise also. Let's suppose there is a requirement, okay. Same requirement. Like let's suppose TDS, this amount limit given, okay. Accumulation is going to be happen on monthly basis. Monthly accumulations. Monthly accumulation means, so this threshold limit is there, right? So let's suppose now here 40,000, 20,000, again 10,000. This is it. That month. So here overall, how much it is? 70,000, right? So 0 TDS, no TDS. Now we entered into next month 50,000, again 30,000, and 40,000. So next month what is happening, guys? Overall how much? 1,20,000. So here 0, here 0, but here 12,000 is going to be calculated, right? This is February month. And the moment month end happened, the next month onwards, what is happening, guys? Again, fresh calculation is going to be started, right? Fresh calculation means now this is like whatever this condition was there, a limit of 1 lakh rupees. Okay, so here like it is crossed, tax started getting calculated. No matter on whether it is crossed on 25th days, 27th days, it's okay. And the moment we entered on the March month, 1st of March, once again the same procedure. Same procedure. Here 30,000, right? 30,000, then 40,000, 10,000, right? So this is 0, 0, 0, and 0, I guess, right? Because, okay. And then what is happening, guys? Then it is going to be calculated. Let's suppose here it is 9,000 only. 9,000 itself. Then 0, right? So this is called accumulation on monthly basis. Just like this. Okay. So this accumulation can happen. This is, let's suppose, yearly. Okay, so it could be yearly, it could be monthly, it could be quarterly, half yearly, anything could be there, right? And even for a specific month also, okay, the accumulation is going to happen from this month to this month, right? This option is given by SAP. Till now, I haven't received any such kind of requirement where we are going to select that options. But of course, I'll tell you guys, see, if you talk about indirect taxes and direct taxes, so direct taxes, indirect taxes, it is there throughout the world, right? The only thing is like they're having their own norms and conditions, they're having their own minimum amount limit, maximum amount limit, they're having their own exemptions limit, right? They'll be having their own what to say percentage and all. The same like let's suppose a particular service is there here in India, it might be falling under 10% category, might be in another country it is falling under 2% category, right? So whatever we are doing it is not for a particular country, right? No matter whichever country you guys are going to be assigned, let's suppose if you become a part of a support project, you got like some European countries. It's okay. If you have the perfect understanding and all, the only percentages are going to be changed, right? Might be here in India, I have explained this accumulations for a financial year. In some other countries, you got a project, let's suppose from Norway or Sweden. They are saying that our accumulation is monthly basis. There is no any changes. The concept is same. The only thing is instead of yearly, they are saying that monthly accumulation is going to happen, right? This accumulation is going to be accumulated amount will be valid till a month only. Next month onwards, once again fresh calculations. I mean to say, if I say 1 lakh is the threshold limit for the tax calculations. So in and that too monthly. So here for January we have received only 3 invoices. It is less than 1 lakh. Now what is happening? The moment we entered on the 1st February, again system is going to make. So here till 70,000 calculation was there. Now next month onwards, system will 1st Jan it is going to be counted as a 0. And 0 onwards again system is going to calculate 0, then 50,000, 30,000, and here 1,20,000. So it is 12,000, right? If if any other invoice is going to be posted, again system is going to calculate 10% TDS, right? And here next month onwards again it is going to be 0, and then it is going to be, this is how it is going to happen. Okay, so even a specific month also can be specified. How it is going to happen, guys? Very simple step is there. Okay, so now I have told you guys we're having tax type. and then tax code. So here tax type and tax code. Tax type is, what is the use of tax type, guys? So tax type, with the help of tax type, system will come to know whether the tax is going to be calculated on gross amount or net amount. And tax code means tax percentage. Tax code is going to, very simple, look at here guys, in the line, single line, the definition is there, right? Tax type, it means tax will be calculated on gross amount or net amount. This is going to be identified by, system will identify from this tax type, right? And tax code means system is going to identify the tax percentage, right? Apart from this, if you talk about tax type, even we are having some other controls also. If you talk about tax code, even we are having some other controls also. Okay. Now, so here, whatever this scenario I explained, or condition, whatever you say, this control is here at tax type level. Okay. So now additional functionality is going to be added here in tax type. Of course, tax will be calculated on gross amount or net amount. That is going to be decided by system through tax type itself. Okay. And if you talk about the tax accumulation, so tax accumulation, if you talk about the tax accumulations, so tax accumulation related controls are also there at tax type level. Okay. Okay. So we'll perform anyone. I'll just, okay. So here the limit will be 1 lakh rupees only. I'll just do one thing, guys. Okay, let me log in. Now here, okay, go to XPRO. First of all, what we have to do, guys. So the first thing which you have to keep in your mind, if you have to perform this testing, okay, then always create new tax type and new tax code. The reason behind is, here we are going to calculate the accumulations, right? So against this tax code, already we have a certain tax amount is already posted, right? So create a new tax code, a fresh tax code, and then test it. So I'll just do one thing. Okay, so I'll just do one thing. Okay, so for this calculations, tax type, right? Tax type here. What I have defined, yes, I think TM I have defined, right? T1 is also there. So, what is the company code, guys? TM33, I think, right? Click on new entry, and here I'll make it T3. Okay, keep everything as it is, guys. Now here, so look at here. Here we are having accumulation type. Right now, by default, no accumulations. Here I'm talking about here. No accumulation is there, right? So if you want to, like here, annually, quarterly, monthly, whatever you want, you can select. Okay, so if it is per calendar year, per quarter, quarter means 3 months, per month, and even half yearly is not there, quarter, per month, and per calendar year, right? And even starting with, you can specify that this accumulation will start from month number 2. In a particular financial year, first quarter, no, this condition will not be there. Second quarter onwards, this accumulation is going to be started. So even that also, those conditions also can be specified here. Okay, starting from which accumulations will be started from which financial year, right? Sorry, from which period, which month. So I'll just do one thing. I have selected calendar year, save it. Okay, now, okay, so come back. First of all, T3 I have defined. Now we just do one thing. Tax code. But also T3. We have given 10%. Then what next, guys? Of course, the next also will be there. Okay, so what I said here, I said like tax will be calculated only if the amount is like equal or more than 1 lakh, right? So how this is going to happen, guys? So here also we have to do one thing. So here we are going to define T3, right? T3. Okay, so tax will be calculated only base amount, right? So minimum base amount should be 1 lakh, right? Save it. Now there is one more question I'll be asking, guys, once I complete this testing. Okay, I want some smart answer from you people. How is the voice, guys? Audible? Because the voice is a bit low today. Okay, okay, good. So now, so just go to company code. Tax type we have to assign. Tax type T3. Apply in check mark here, and the period is going to be specified here. And then activate the extended withholding tax that we have already done. Activation is already done. Okay. Now what next, guys? The next one is GL account, right? So I'll GL account we have already created of GL account. That GL account itself we are going to assign. Withholding tax to be paid over. blocked by particular person. T33. Okay. Now T3. T3. 2002 itself I'm going to assign. Okay, if you want to create a new GL can be created, can be assigned. Okay. Now here, open one per screen. Go to case layout. Okay. Now look at here, guys. Can we have more than one what to say tax code and tax type against a particular vendor? Yes, we can have. There is no issues. So how posting will happen? See, I'll tell you. T3 and T3. Okay. So now, if you want to use only this one, then you can remove this checkbox. If there is no use of this T1 and T1, then simply we can remove this checkbox. Okay, or else even you can delete also the row. But maybe there is a chances that in future this can be used. No need to delete, simply you need to remove the checkbox. Liable. If I remove the checkbox, it's not liable for this one, right? But yes, this is going to be. I'll select both so that I'll show you. If multiple means 1, 2, 3 tax codes are there, then how we are going to do it. Now, post voices. So, even if you want to test for a month, that also can be tested. Quarter also can be tested. Anyone can be. So, test anyone, guys. If one you have tested, it is going to work out for day, sorry, quarter also, for month also. Okay. Now here. So I posted invoice in the previous month. Right. And so we'll test this one itself. 20,000, 25,000. And GL account. Okay. Let me check. Oh, I made a mistake. So here 1,000 tax calculation is happening. Why? Because withholding tax. What we have to do, so here two tax codes are there, right? You remove this one. Okay. And then simulate. Nothing is appearing, right? Save it. Now, so likewise, every time it is going to appear. So you need to remove. Or else, what we have to do, even you can remove the check mark, and then only one tax code is going to appear. But for that, you need to refresh the screen. Let's suppose now I'm going to post on 20 at 09. This time worth of 45k, 45,000. Okay, simulate. Now no taxes. Here, if you check here, only one T3 is appearing, right? Just save it. Another invoice I'll post in the current month, 30,000. So current month is, let's suppose, 0 to 10, worth of 30k. Just save it. And again, on 15th, now 25k. So this time what is happening, guys? This time if you simulate and look at here, system has accumulated. Okay, system has accumulated. So whatever the what do you say? So for every time, whenever we are posting in transactions, right? So whatever the base amount is there, these all base amounts are getting accumulated somewhere in the background. Okay, where it is going to be accumulated, guys, we don't know. The thing is, like in background, multiple programs and tables are going to be executed, right? So of course, whatever these amounts are there, it is getting stored somewhere. In background, it is getting stored somewhere. System is able to calculate, right? A particular program is going to be triggered, right? So how the programs are going to be triggered, guys? So that, like, technical people will be having perfect understanding which program is getting triggered and all, right? We don't know. As a functional consultant, what is happening? For us, we are having configuration steps, right? So as per our configurations, if you are going to, let's suppose, if we apply a check mark anywhere, right? It means when it means with that check mark and all in background, certain programs are associated. We don't know, right? We know the checkbox, check mark. We know the what is the use of that use case of that checkboxes and all. We know that, but we don't know that in background multiple programs, associated programs are going to be executed once we apply a check mark over there, right? So likewise, what we have done, we have selected like a radio button, yearly accumulation, right? So once we select it, it means certain program got activated, right? Now what is happening? Whenever we post the invoices by using this T3 tax code, this tax code, then what is happening, guys? In background, these amounts are going to be accumulated. Amounts are going to be accumulated because the program is developed in that way itself. So amounts are going to be accumulated, and once we reaches at a particular limit, what limit we have specified, guys? 1 lakh. We have specified our limit was 1 lakh. So once we touches 1 lakh, then system is going to count the overall base amount, and on that system is going to calculate this taxes. Okay, so this is what this is how it is going to happen. So now here tax type is having another control. Another control means this tax accumulations related control is there at tax type level itself, right? Now, okay, you guys tell me. Okay, I'll just ask one question here. So now here, the scenario is, okay, so what I said, TDS accumulation, right? If client says that, okay, so here system has accumulated the entire amount, right? And the base amount become 1,20,000, right? So TDS is calculated on this 1,20,000. But here client says that no, it should not be 12,000 rupees. It should be only 2,000. Okay, if the client says no, here the tax calculations, whatever is happening, it should be only 2,000. Okay, then what we'll have to do? Tell me, guys. It's your turn.
So we have the option that base amount exception.
What we have
So we have to
options?
that base amount exception option also in minimum maximum configurations.
Okay,
So there we will put 1 lakh, sir. So that
so what will happen?
so from 1,20,000 he exempted 1 lakh and it will calculate from that 20,000. I think so.
Yes, yes. So guys, here, what is happening? He is able to understand the calculation which I said. Okay. See, in which cases the 2,000 only calculation is going to happen. It is going to happen only here. I said the base amounts are getting accumulated, so it become 1,20,000, right? So on 1,20,000, 10% TDS is going to be calculated, right? So 10% is become 12,000, right? But now let's suppose in case if the client says that okay, when the overall accumulated amount is going to cross 1 lakh rupees, right? So if it cross 1 lakh rupees, then what is happening, guys? Then whatever the crossed amounts are there. It means the base amount is, like, let's suppose amount limit is 1 lakh. And here overall base amount is going to be here, like where we are going to cross, here we are going to cross. So overall base amount is 1,20,000. So from here, the base amount 1 lakh supposed to be minus. Even if it is 1,01,000 rupees also, then what is happening, guys? From 1,01,000 base amount 1 lakh is going to be minus. It is going to be deducted. Okay, it is going to be deducted, and then whatever remaining amount is there, on that amount 10% TDS is going to be calculated. So here overall amount is 1,20,000. Accumulated amount I'm talking about. Now 1,20,000 minus 1 lakh, how much, guys? 20,000 rupees. And on 20,000, 10% TDS supposed to be calculated. So it is going to be 2,000 only. So this will happen only if, very simple. Here we are having so simply you remove this amount from here. You remove this amount from here and just make it here. Base amount exemptions. It means overall base amount minus this one. Okay. So what will happen here? Okay, so here I have not posted the transaction, guys. Because of that itself I have not posted. Now we'll test it once again. So this time now what is happening, guys? As per the new configurations, now here only 2,000. Simulate. So this time only 2,000 is going to be calculated. And what is the logic behind this 2,000 calculation, guys? I said that from whatever the base amount is there, accumulated base amount, from there this 1 lakh is going to be minus, and then on remaining amount 10% TDS calculation is going to happen, right? And after that what is happening, guys? After that, just save it. So after that, even if you post, let's suppose 21, you post an amount of 5,500 rupees. So simulate. Even if you post an amount worth of 500 rupees also, now TDS is going to be calculated. Why? Because whatever this limit is there, we have already crossed, right? We have already crossed this limit, and the exemption is already like till 1 lakh rupees. Let's suppose there was no TDS, so this is already calculated, right? Now, whether you post invoice worth of 500 rupees, 100 rupees, 5,000, 5 lakh, whichever is there on each and every invoices, it is going to be calculated. I said monthly exemptions. Monthly exemptions means what is happening, guys? This condition is going to renew every month. Okay, this condition is going to renew every month. Hope you guys are able to understand. Whatever threshold limit is there, let's suppose at the 25th of January, we have crossed this limit. So on 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, whatever invoices we are receiving for that particular vendor, right, in January month, for every invoices, system will calculate TDS. But the moment you reach, the moment we entered 1st February, then what is happening? Once again, the entire, whatever this accumulation was there, that is going to become zero. And a fresh accumulation is going to be started from 1st of February onwards. And every month it is going to be repeated. This is what the condition. Now, I'll tell you guys here. So let's suppose what is happening here. Okay. So the invoice amount is 500. TDS got deducted 50 rupees. Overall, how much payment is going to be made to the vendor, guys? 450 rupees. So vendor had sent you an invoice worth of 500 rupees, and vendor is going to receive the payment of 450 rupees, saying that this much TDS got deducted, which we are going to pay on your behalf. Now let's suppose if vendor says that you just do one thing, whatever vendor says, in certain conditions, if the vendor says that whatever invoice I'm going to send, I need full payment for that. Okay, guys, my noses are closed, so little bit some differences will be there in the voice. Okay, so okay, what I said. So whatever this vendor is saying that whatever amount of invoice I'm going to send, I need full payment for that. So full payment, how it is going to happen, guys? So let's suppose rent invoice itself and account debit. Right now, as per project scenario, vendor account credit worth of 900 and TDS account is going to be credited worth of 100, right? And this is what the accounting entry till now as per our configurations in normal cases. Now here vendor is saying that no, I need my full amount. If I have sent invoice worth of 1000 rupees, I need 1000 payment. So that will happen only if it is going to be, what is happening, it's getting hand. Okay, so if the vendor is going to be credited with 1000, then only the 1000 worth of payment is going to be made. But the problem is TDS must be, the TDS deduction is required. It must be deducted, right? If vendor is saying that I need full payment, it's okay. But the thing is, like TDS is also, tax must be calculated. And Tata Motor is liable to pay these taxes to the tax department. Tax department is not going to ask from this vendor that why you have not paid TDS. Tata Motor tax department is going to the audit, whatever when the audit happen and all, right? So tax department is going to ask from Tata Motor that if you have received the invoice for a particular service from so and so vendor, where is the TDS? Why you have not deducted TDS and all, right? So tax department has nothing to do that what they are doing, whether they are deducting from vendor or they are paying from their own pocket, right? The government required tax, that's it. So in this case, what is happening, guys? Tata Motor is going to pay taxes from their own pocket, right? So what should be the accounting entry here, guys? Anyone?
Sir, the TDS 100 rupees will credit, sir. TDS on rent.
TDS 100
On
rupees credit.
rent, yes, sir. For
100
that, we
rupees.
need to set offset GL, sir. So that will debit, sir. 100 rupees. That is expense, no?
Okay. So this is called TDS deductions. TDS is going to be treated as our expense, right? This whatever tax is there, that becomes your expense, right? So now, so that is, so first of all, TDS supposed to be one line item is going to be like TDS payable account is going to be TDS payable. TDS payable is going to be credited or debited, guys? Tell me.
Credit, sir.
Credit. Why credit?
Because we have to pay is our liability.
This is our liability, right? And TDS expense, right? TDS expense account. What is happening, guys? It's like getting hanged or what? Oh, so here what is happening? I think it is getting hanged. Okay, anyway, so let me. TDS expense account is going to be debited. So now here, this is how the accounting entry is going to happen, right? So now how it is going to happen, guys? Where is the control? What to do for this one, right? So again, a different thing will come into picture for this. Okay, somewhere. So again, for this one, what is happening, guys? The accumulation, whatever I said, where is the control? At tax type level. When you talk about TDS as expense, where is the control? Here it is, right? So where is this control? How it is going to happen? That I'll explain in next session, guys. So that's all in this session, and that's all for today.